Hello viewers and welcome back to Dukascopy TV. Joining me next in the studio is Luzius Wasescha of the Diplomatique Club of Geneva. Luzius, thank you very much for coming in today.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. Hello. Now, some time ago, the Foundation pour Genève released a report considering the impact of the international sector on the Lake Geneva region. We've got the report here today. Firstly, can you expand on its findings for us?
Well, I think there are two elements which are interesting in the findings. First, the international community in Geneva, which represents more or less 1/3 of the population, is exactly exposed to the same problems than the inhabitants of Geneva. There is no ghetto in Geneva of the internationals or from seasonal workers or so. It's really a melting pot, and that's, I think, a very positive thing. Second point, which is interesting, is that there is little connection between the international organizations in Geneva and the private business community. And that's precisely there where we as Diplomatic Club would like to offer possibilities for interlinkages. But you know the basic problem: if you are in a daily business, you are very short-term oriented. When you are in a multilateral framework in intergovernmental cooperation, you rather focus on long-term perspectives. So people may use the same language, but they will not understand each other. So there's a big task for us to fulfill.
The international community makes up more than half of Geneva's prosperity, but can you expand on also some of the issues that this community has experienced with regards to housing, mobility, security?
Well, housing has been a problem in Geneva for decades. And it is basically due to the fact that on one side you have a very social developed network to protect tenants of old apartments, which lead to the situation that an old lady will pay less to her 10-room flat than if she moves in a modern 2-room flat, which means that there is a blockage there. And the authorities now are willing to address this issue. The second point is that especially the international financial community has created a sort of a special market where they were ready to pay any price for high standard living, which now with certain efforts in banking to reduce the costs leads to a certain flexibility on that specific market. Instead of paying 10 millions 2 or 3 years ago, you may get something for 9 millions. It shows that there is a move there. But this is really apart from the average people in Geneva.
If we shift our attention forwards then into the future, which I know you're very keen to do, is there something that international organisations can be doing to promote change? In your view, is almost a greater synergy required between these entities?
You know, almost every day you have reports coming out from one of the 30 international organisations. Millions of standards established by international standard organizations, which are also here in Geneva, but nobody has the overview. So we try to stimulate into, to promote this synergy in a formula where representatives of multinational companies come and explain their problem. For instance, counterfeiting. And then WTO, WIPO, and the customs organization in Brussels will come and will present their tools against it. And we always come to the same conclusion. The standards are here, the rules are here, but not all members in the governments are implementing these rules. And if they are implementing it, nobody knows that these rules come from Geneva. That's on the promotional side what we are going to do. And I foresee a brilliant future for Geneva if we manage to really create this public-private partnerships on all scales between international organizations, multinational companies, and the local economy.
Luzius, thank you so much for coming in
You're
and
welcome.
sharing your thoughts with us today. Really appreciate having you, and thank
Great,
you.
thank you.
That's all we've got time for right now, but we'll be back shortly with some more exclusive interviews for you, so we will see you then. Goodbye.